Hi, my love, beautiful souls. It's Mystic Rose 1111. I'm back with you, bringing dark into the light. Please take what resonates and leave it does not fit for somebody else. Collective reading and personal. If you're guided to my channel, there's some kind of truth, clarity, confirmation message you're looking for. You may be also guided to my channel as my soul missions, waking up to higher self, higher conscious, and help you send to 5D. Thank you to everyone liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you so much. I would not be where I'm at if it's not for you guys and for the Most High. So thank you so much. Also, thank you for super thanks, donations, booking reads with me, purchasing products from my Etsy store and from Shopify. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. We did have a winner for the 40,000 when we reached 40,000 subscribers. You guys, we did have a winner. The game that we played is who guesses the country first will win the mystery box. I should have took a picture of it so you guys could see. It was one of our soul tribe members. She guessed 40,000. I mean, she guessed Belgium, and it was correct, Belgium. She guessed in 40 minutes, so Belgium was the luckily country that was picked for my husband. I asked my husband what country, and he said Belgium. So that was a lucky one. So yeah. So yes, congratulate you guys. Congratulate her. We'll probably do another one. I'll be doing something for the True Seekers members. I'll be putting on that community board as well. There's a lot of little things I'm trying to catch up on stuff, you guys. A lot of things happening. So you could be going through a lot of things too. I'm hearing this nasty storm coming in. I'm hearing a nasty storm, okay? This weather has just been out of middle of nowhere. This weather has been bipolar, okay? Left and right, warm and cold, storms, non-storms. It's just been chaotic, crazy, okay? Mother Earth just doesn't know what she wants, it seems like, okay? Somebody just doesn't know what they want, but it's also showing that we're changing, okay? There's a lot of change, a lot of movement, okay? That's going on. A lot of people awakening as well. That I'm hearing the next set of individuals, beings are starting to awake, okay? Intense hardships, okay? These storms could be causing someone intense hardships, okay? Challenges and stuff like that. It's going to test someone's faith. Can I give you the last reading too? Okay. God's testing your faith, okay? This is testing your faith. The devil is trying to tempt you as well. So you may want to check out that reading too, because this is a spiritual growth that you're going through, okay? Reaching a deeper understanding of one's beliefs and one's being, okay, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. I just heard atomic bomb. Somebody's trying to prevent this change, prevent this storm. Yeah, I just keep hearing intense, chaotic, difficulty situations here. Emotional turmoil. Just a period of change. We'll pull some more energy. Dramatic. Somebody's getting a headache. Okay, somebody could be having a headache as well. Let's see what we have here. Do I want these cards? I'm debating, you guys. I'm just debating what cards to use. Okay, what's happening? What's going on for the collective? Wow, yeah, somebody's having migraines, okay? Migraines in the back of their head. I don't know, does migraines have in the back of their head? Voyage, you already have all the answers. Deep down, you have all the answers. You can always rewrite your story. Following your inner compass, your intuition. You can manifest anything you want, stars. You can manifest a sunny day, okay? That this change stops, okay? So yeah, somebody wants to change to stop, but you can stop this chaos, okay? It's about coming back home to source creator, okay? Mindfulness. It's been coming out a lot today, okay? Mindfulness, peaceful mind, meditation, mindfulness, okay? Gold, you don't need someone else to fix you. You do not need anyone else to fix you. Someone's trying... for some reason you felt like you need to be fixed, okay? Or someone made you feel like that you need to be validated. Someone made you need to feel that you need to feel a certain way. And there's the raindrops, storm. Okay, you don't need them. You don't need that somebody to validate you. You don't need them to, you know, you don't need anyone to fix you. Someone's dealing with evil queen, evil energy. The energy just totally shifted. Okay, it went like from warm to cold, like cold breeze. I went from I wanted to use oracles to not knowing what to use right now, you guys. That's how weird this energy is. This change, it got extremely cold. I know. We're gonna do some names. We're gonna do some names. We'll pop some names out to see what's going on here, you guys. Okay, we'll see what that's happening there. Say names or little messages here. I'm taking 12. I'm trying to keep this under 30 minutes, you guys, because I know Carmen's tired, exhausted. She had a long day at school. Oh my gosh, see? Something, amnesia, someone's trying to make you forget. Brain fart. I heard something and then, like, I said something differently. I grabbed 12 cards. 12 breaks down to 3. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Oh, there we go. See, because of Netflix. Okay, if there's a storm coming in, an actual physical storm, Spirit's saying cuddle up. Okay, maybe it's a day for movie day, rest, rejuvenation. Okay, it's time to just rest and heal. Okay, that's maybe why you're getting a headache. Maybe Spirit's telling you it's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a pause. Some of you watching Netflix or some kind of streaming network. Okay, it doesn't have to be Netflix. It can be any streaming network, Paramount, Peacock, whatever other ones that are out there, okay? Just relaxing. It could just be cable as well, or just going to a movie or watching a movie. Raquel, Bennett, Columbia, Dominant, Ramsey, Viper Kings, Darwin, Psychopath. Somebody's dealing with Psychopath. Paris Airport, there may be a delay, a stop break because there's a storm. Something going on in a storm in Paris. No one can go travel right now, so there may be no traveling. Lake City, maybe human experiment. Wow. Someone could be finding out that they are having a human experiment and this is just causing some kind of chaos in their life, some kind of discord, and like trying to change. Someone's trying to escape from like custody of something too, or escape from like a group of people. My toes got really cold, you guys. It got really cold. I'm freezing now. All of a sudden I feel chills. Remember I said it too, when you're shifting consciousness and shifting realities too, when you shift, you can get really hot or really cold as well. Okay, we have shadow people, Felicia. Somebody's not happy that men are sleeping with men, okay? Somebody's having sex with the same sex, finding this out. Okay, someone could be grossed out, finding this out. Didn't realize that the person is into the same sex. Sleeping around. Lopez. Someone could be in the army or planning on going into the army. The army being called in. Ballet. Spades. Newcastle. Rural area. Social media. City on fire. Wow. Okay, there's a storm coming in that can cause a city on fire and power lines going down. Okay, a storm coming through, a tornado, tsunami, a hurricane, whatever it is. Okay, catastrophic storm. I just heard ice. It could be another ice storm. I did put a reading about yesterday about freezing rain. Things are gonna get cold. Omaha. And today's April 1st, guys. This isn't no April Fool's Day Fool's joke either, okay? This is crazy. It's April 1st and we're supposed to be having spring and it's supposed to be finally warming up. And it's getting cold again. Like, someone needs to make up their damn mind, okay? Because there's okay. Somebody's changing the weather, okay? Point blank, somebody's changing the weather because they don't know what way to go. Okay, somebody is that powerful. Okay, somebody's really connected with the Schumann resonance. Somebody's connected with Gaia. Okay, with Mother Goddess. Okay, and so causing a storm. Okay, a powerful energy shift. Okay, or powerful energy blast that came out a couple days ago too, and this somebody needs to learn how to contain their power. It's what I just heard. Somebody needs to learn how to contain their power. They don't know how to contain their power. They need to learn how to contain their power by meditating and mindfulness and meditation, affirmation stuff. Okay, because when they get angry and mad, they're causing a big storm, and it's actually like big storm, like they're manifesting it. It's creating. Okay, confirmation. My phone just beeped. My phone just beeped. There could be a psychopath that don't know how to contain their power. I just keep hearing somebody doesn't know how to contain their power, and they're causing a lot of storms. Okay, somebody needs to learn how to, like, I'm seeing like horror movies too. You know, like when they have access and they just don't know how to use their power. I'm seeing some of you guys, some of them don't know how to control the power, but I'm seeing a couple of people manipulating that energy. Okay, causing these storms intentionally. Someone's intentionally causing these man-made disaster or natural disasters. Okay, collectively. Okay, with their mind. Okay, remember I had mentioned somebody can have a gift of telekinesis or like piracy, um, pyrokinesis, um, and somebody has a gift of changing the weather. Okay, so that they need to learn how to contain it. There's a big shift in the Schumann resonance. Okay, so if you don't know this, look it up. I just keep hearing big shift in the Schumann resonance. I don't know what cards to use because like I'm getting different energy here. Like I guess I'm just like kind of channeling because of what I'm hearing. Somebody has some kind of vengeful energy too. You guys, the energy just totally changed. I was in a very, very good mood, and all of a sudden, just like I said, it shifted. And this person that may have found out some kind of news, they don't know how to take news, bad news, good news, whatever. And so it causes something. There's some kind of judge here. I just heard somebody lost. Okay, so there's some powerful being that just lost someone, and this person that if you're this person that just lost someone, right now your emotions are so heavy, and somebody's causing the storm because they lost someone. Okay, or they're grieving over something, and they don't know how to contain their emotions. Yep, there's a goddess. Transparency, truth. Okay, goddess be telling the truth. Okay, we have the vow. Somebody's taking a vow, commitment. Wow, there's birds scattering. Pilgrim. A holy place. A small little place. Okay, this could be a small little community. The forest. Could be a forest fire. Someone's running into the forest. The voyage. There could be like traveling, moving. This energy's all over. It's flighty. Okay, it's all over. Right there. This person is like scatterbrained. Okay, this person's going through ego death. Okay, they're going through a dark night of the soul. That's why this person's scattered. They don't know how to contain it. They don't know what's going. They like I said. There's a new awakening. These people don't. These energies I'm feeling. They don't know how to. They don't know how to go through this. Okay, this experience is really extreme for them. Okay, somebody's going through some extreme, harsh emotions, feelings. Okay, right now that's causing a domino effect, causing a chaos, discord around. Okay, other people. sustainer. Okay, I don't know what that really means, you guys. Okay, I'm going to Google it quick, you guys, because I don't know what sustainer means. I think what I do, but I don't know for sure. A person that sustains or maintains something. A rocket engine. Someone who upholds or maintains. Someone's upholding, maintaining. Democracy. Here it says divine conservation is the principle that God is responsible for maintaining the continued existence of the universe. That's what it means. To support something or keep going. Okay, so keep going. Eternal child on the bottom. Medallion. Gifted. A star is going to be born. A star is going to be born. Wow. Someone just needs to learn how to control their anger, control their temper, control their emotions, okay? Get their power under control. The warrior. Because look at it, they're causing some kind of earthquake. There's an earthquake, a fault line, crack in the foundation. This person's life could have been cracked open. Okay, a faulty foundation that's being cracked open, and it's just a wide open. Okay, I'm just seeing somebody just wide open, is experiencing a lot, going through a lot right now. They're seeing some kind of truth. Okay, the illusion has broke. They broke free from the matrix, and now if they broke free from the matrix, they're going through this darkness. So, and everything around them is just not what they think it is. They feel like the world's coming to an end. Okay. And they could be saying the world's coming in. This energy, I'm going to be honest, you guys, I'm going to get on here. I'm going to talk about a little bit. This energy is what I felt like. Well, okay, I haven't felt this energy, what I felt like, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. This is what I felt, this energy I'm pulling right now is what I felt like in 2019 when I went through my Kundalini awakening, when I got sober. This is the energy I'm feeling right now. And this energy, I was chaotic. I was distraught. I was all over the place. One moment here, one moment there, trying to find my way home. I kept saying, I'm going to find my way home. I ended up checking myself into a psych ward. I ended up putting myself in treatment. I ended up, doing a lot of things, hearing a lot of things, feeling a lot of things. I was so emotional. And that's the year that it rained nonstop. And it was because I was crying nonstop. And I didn't realize that Spirit told me that I was causing it to rain. Like literally, when I was in treatment and in the psych ward. Well, in psych ward, I was in there every day and I was crying every single day. Every single day, and it rained every single day for like 3 days. And then I went to treatment, and it was sunny there majority of the time I was at treatment because I was actually happier now. But when I would get sad, it would cry, it would be gloomy, okay? You guys, I'm just telling you how I'm trying to explain how this energy is feeling, okay? That's what I'm trying to explain right now. Is what I'm feeling like somebody's going through, okay? Is what I went through in 2019. And then when I was really happy, it was just sunny and stuff like that. But during that time still, I was so confused. I felt like everyone was following me. I was being gaslit. I started realizing that I was not living in the world that I thought I was living in. I realized that family and friends were betraying me. I realized I was stuck in the matrix, and I realized I was being conditioned. I was programmed to follow the norm, and what was happening was I was breaking free from it. And at that time too, why I checked myself in. I'm like, there's satellites everywhere, everything's following us, watching us, and I'm going through this, and I'm trying to find my way home. I kept telling the cops, and I kept telling the nurses, I'm trying to find my way home. I'm trying to get myself go back home. And I thought at that moment in time, I thought trying to go back home was going back to my house that I owned, or going back to my boyfriend's house at the time. That's why I thought, like, physically it was, but it wasn't that. It was me trying to come back home to Source Creator God, Prime Creator, back to my highest self, back to my highest being I possibly could, coming back to Christ consciousness, okay? That's what it was, and I didn't realize that, and that's what this person's feeling right now. This person is feeling extreme emotions right now, and I'm hearing it's not just one person, and they want to come back home. They're going through so much the stress. They're having panic attacks, anxiety attacks. Some of them are not, like, could be suicidal. I was that, okay? I felt like I wanted to not leave. Like I kept saying, I want to leave. I want to leave. I don't want to be here no more. I want to go back home, back to heaven. Like, it was just so much. And this person's going through awakening, and Dark Night of Soul, which is, they're lost. They're lost right now, and they're emotional. And how else do I want to explain it? I started seeing birds, okay, everywhere. I started naming them. I started seeing birds and angel numbers, and I started seeing signs and synchronicities, and angels and spirit guides my spirit and was communicating with me. And every time I was driving or walking, a semi would drive by, and I would start seeing things and hearing things, and all this stuff was popping out to me, and I was so confused. And to literally, one day I walked for over 24 hours, and I was walking around houses, okay, this neighborhood of houses, and I was walking, and I was seeing I kept reading the house numbers. I'd be like 118, 214. Oh, that house is nice, that house is not. And I started reading these numbers. I didn't know I was reading these damn numbers, okay? And I'm like, oh, there's 4-1. There's 4183. That's my ex-husband's birthday. So I'd see 4183, and I'm like, all of a sudden I started seeing my ex-husband's birthday. His birthday, which is today, is actually his birthday, April 1st, which is my ex-husband's birthday of 83. And I would start seeing my friends and family's birthdays and stuff on apartment numbers and house numbers and license plates. And like, then I would start, all of a sudden, I was walking, and I started seeing, okay, well, there's red houses and there's blue houses. And then I was in a neighborhood, and I'm like, oh my God, this neighborhood looks like Freddy the Krueger, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. And then I was in Cambridge, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this neighborhood looks like Sleeping Beauty. I felt like I was in these false realities. I felt like I was Sleeping Beauty, okay? For a minute, I felt like I was Sleeping Beauty, and I was in this deep slumber, and I was just waking up, and like everything around me literally looked like Sleeping Beauty. And then I was in another community, and it looked like Snow White, okay? And I literally thought I was losing my mind, okay? The things that were happening to me around me, and I was not on drugs. I was sober, okay? I was sober for 10 days, and doctors were trying to tell me it was a meth psychosis. It was no meth psychosis, because guess what? It continued and continued, and it continued until freaking 2022. Okay, it still happens. Still happens. The most was 2019 to 2020 when I had Cherish, like really going through. Then all of a sudden I started seeing bright colors and this and that, and then different kind of animals, and I started connecting the dots. Okay, then it was connecting the dots, and it was connecting why I was in this person's life and this person's in my life, and why is this person's this name, and then it's like, oh my gosh, that's my aunt's name, and then that's my sister's name, and they have the same name as me, and then they have the same name as my husband. Like, there was so many things going on, okay? Then I started seeing all this other stuff, and the weather was so crazy at that time. It was weird. It was crazy, and I didn't know how to contain myself. And luckily, like I said, I put myself in psych ward, and I put myself in treatment, and then I went to my mom's, and I cut everybody off and stayed in the nature. I stayed in a camper at my mom's out in the middle of nowhere, or her country, and did not want to be in her house because I didn't want to be around her. So I stayed in her camper for a few months, all by myself. Except for when I saw my mom a little bit. And I was just going through so much, and I was just connecting, and I was out walking 24/7. I mean, like, I was out walking roads. My mom's like, why are you walking 2, 3, 4 hours a day? I'm like, I just feel like I have to walk. I kept walking and walking. I kept talking to the sky. This person's going through a lot. There's an extremist here. Like, this is a lot for somebody, and they don't know. They're, like I said, they're manifesting, they're creating, but they're on this voyage that they don't even know. Like, you have the answers inside. I had no one to help me. To know who I was, to know what I was going through. And that's why I feel like this person doesn't know who they are. They don't know. I had to be out in nature. Someone had to be out in nature. You know, their energy, like, we're connected as one, you guys. Oneness with all. This is only the beginning for this person. Okay, this is only the beginning. This has just started. This has just started for this person. Okay, this is the look at, they feel like the world's coming to an end, or they keep feeling. And I'm going to tell you, I kept saying the world is coming to an end. I said this world is evil, this world's corrupt, this world needs to end, and stuff like that. And then, like, I'm like, okay, no, this world can be a loving place, a peaceful place. Okay, tapping in, trying to find their way This person's literally trying to find their way back to creator, back to source, prime creator, higher state of consciousness, like I said, Christ consciousness. I don't even know, like, this feeling, I'm, here's about lying again. They feel alone. They feel alone. Okay, this person feels like that they are literally don't even know where they are anymore. Like, this person's receiving a lot of downloads at once. It's like back to back downloads at one after another. And so also, like, when I was going through, like, it was, I would just see a book, and a book would pop out to me, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can relate to this, and I'm going to this portal, and this is happening, that's happening, and I would connect, like I said, somebody's trying to connect the dots, figure out the puzzle pieces. Deep diver, diving into a task. 10. Once you go through this, there's no coming back. I'm sorry, there's no coming back. Okay? This person that's going through this, or people going through this, there's no coming back. You're going to go full throttle. Like, you going through this awakening, you're not going to be able to go back to being conditioned and being programmed. Okay? Going back into this illusion and stuff like that, you're breaking free from everything. Embrace risk, diving into the task, new discoveries. It's easy to play in the shallows where waters are clear and you can see all that glitters but you're by your feet. Anyone can venture here. There is a little risk, nothing to discover, no dark secret, nothing that you can't already perceive. I guess spiritual hiccups. The treasure has long been picked away, replaced by gentle certainty. In the shallow river is safety and no surprises. But there's not who's calling you now. The deep diver invites you to take the plunge with them. You can't see the bottom. Yeah, and that's what I felt. You cannot see the bottom. You cannot see it. But you must swim into the dark depths to find the mystery that eludes you now. He knows where the pearls lie underneath the ancient sands. You are called to look beyond the surface of things for your answer. See? Look beyond the surface for your answer. Let your intuition propel you into the water, allowing your memories to swirl around you and your emotions to well up as you face the unknown. Someone's facing the unknown. That's why they're scared. They're scared because they're facing the unknown. Your curiosity will be your greatest guide. You'll surely discover something wondrous to bring back to everyone who is waiting by the shore, but only you will truly know the value of your discovery. Like, I don't even know how to explain some of the things I experienced, okay, that I discovered. I don't know how to, and you're not going to be able to either, okay? Some of the things that you value of your discovery. Are you willing to do the work? Dive in to make the commitment to see it through. You will be amazed. It's diving in. Like, you're diving, like, this is no coming back. Like, the things that you discover is not, some things are not to be explained that you can experience. I don't even, like, to be honest, I'm going to say this. If I told you some of the things that I experienced and went through, you guys would literally think I'm crazy, psychotic. Okay? The things that I witnessed, I experienced, I felt. I was shifting in different realities. One from, like I said, one from Freddy. I was literally in a neighborhood where it was like Freddy Krueger. It looked like Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, the neighborhood literally looked like that, and that was my darkest time. That's when right before I checked myself into the psych ward. Okay, I was living in a fucking nightmare, and so when I was walking by houses, it looked like Freddy Krueger's Nightmare on Elm Street. The house is there was literally a red fucking door I walked by. Okay, and then, like I said, in a neighborhood, then I literally was walking hours and hours and days. I had blisters on my fucking feet, you guys. My blisters, when I went into the hospital, to the psych ward, they literally had to bandage my feet up because I had so many blisters. Okay, because I was walking my shoes there so bad, and I was walking barefoot because I couldn't wear my shoes anymore. I literally walked in Minneapolis, a neighborhood I didn't even know, for almost 22 hours straight till my mom came and got me. from Minneapolis when I left the psych ward there, because I went to the psych ward there. She was supposed to come get me, and she never came got me. I didn't know where to go, so I didn't have a phone, so I kept walking and walking and walking until I ended up at a police station. And actually, I went to Cub Foods, and I sat down with a lady that reminded me of Harriet Tubman, and she talked to me for forever, and she was so nice and kind, and she let me have a cigarette, and it was pouring rain. It was downpour rain out, and the things I was feeling, the things I was experiencing, and like I finally realized while I was sitting there for 4 hours with this Cub Foods pouring rain that there was a police station across the street where I could go over and try to see if I could use a phone to call my mom after being walking a place I don't even know. I didn't even know where I was at. It wasn't even in Minneapolis by the time. Wherever I walked, I was somewhere else, and I was in a different community. And I literally was like seeing myself in different Disney movies. Okay. And they told me I was okay. That time I was actually just came off meth. I was coming off meth. Okay. I was like 5, 6 days, 7 days sober, coming off meth. Actually, yeah, it was 10 days. It was 10 days. So I was sober. And they didn't put me on medication in the psych ward because they didn't diagnose me with anything. They wanted to make sure I seen different doctors. So they didn't put me on anything. Only thing they gave me was my inhaler. And literally, you guys, like, finally my mom and her friend came after like hours. They showed up at like 5 in the morning in the middle of the night, pouring rain. I was freezing cold. And then I went back there and I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep for days. I was on like adrenaline rush and like this awakening, and I just could not sleep, and I just didn't know. And then I left there and I kept walking and walking and walking, and then I felt like I was in another freaking, what was it? I felt like I was in another Disney movie. Like I kept just like felt like I was being attacked and like all these different things. I was just seeing so much shit, and this person's experienced a lot. And some of the things that you're experiencing or this person's experiencing, they're not gonna be able to explain it. And if they do explain it, they're gonna look like they're crazy, psychotic, and they're gonna be blocked up. After I got out of treatment, I was still experiencing this stuff. I was still experiencing it. I was still going through it. I was hearing all my past lives. It was overloading. Like there was so much overloading, so much going on, and I was dancing a lot too. It was dancing. I was walking in the country. I was running through cornfields, you guys. I was literally running through cornfields, dancing, listening to music, and like I was doing all this weird like shaman dances, all these dances from like in the ancient days. And you see, honestly, I was kind of dancing like I was in, how you see when you're watching cult movies, or when they're in these cults and they're doing these sacrifices. I was kind of like dancing like that, but I was dancing to positive music, happy music, and I was like just in a happy, like it was like I don't even know. And this person, like, I don't know. I don't know explain. Like, I don't. They need to get their emotions under control because they're just going to cause more storms. They're going to cause more chaos, discord, waves, like a tsunami. It's a tsunami coming in and like hitting them, and it's like I'm hearing riding the wave. Okay. Somebody could be studying a lot, reading books and stuff. I started reading a lot. That's when I got into reading tarot. Like not reading tarot like this. Like I was actually online, like typing in Google like my tarot reading for the day, my astrology reading for the day. And I started reading about goddesses. That's when I started tapping into reading about goddesses and mythologies and different Christianity and Buddhism and all that stuff. I started reading all that stuff, and I was reading all this stuff, everything at once. It was just so much overwhelming, and that's what somebody's going through. I feel for you. I feel for you, my love. Like, I feel for you, loved one. Like, I do. I feel for you because what you're going through right now, what this person, and if this isn't you going through this is your person going through this. And I feel for you because I've been there. I've been there. And I was so mad and angry at the world because I was conditioned. I was in a program. I literally was in a game program, like in that matrix, like in that, and I was following society, and I was listening to what other people said. I believed everything that was on the news. Like I didn't. Okay. Things came on the news and I wanted to believe it, but deep down inside of me, I knew it wasn't right. It wasn't truth. But then like everyone's like, oh, you gotta believe it. You gotta believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that's not right. Like I just had some bad, like a different feeling. Then I started realizing the TV shows and the movies we were watching, there was some subliminal messages in there, downloads messages in there to help us see things. Look at Queen. And that's why I felt like, yeah, I felt like I was a princess and like I was a damsel in distress and like the evil queen was out to get me every fucking day. Okay? Or Freddy. And like I said, I even felt like Freddy was out to get me for a minute there. And I was stuck in a web of deceit. But then I started going through the spiritual awakening, knowledge, spiritual truth, ancient truth. I feel for you. I feel for you, whoever is going through this, you guys. I really, really do. I'm closing out. Okay, because guess what? I seen 144, and that's why chosen ones. Okay, somebody's being activated. Somebody's stepping into it. Okay, somebody's realizing they're a chosen one. 144. I don't know what came out. Dreams do come true. That's why celebration, wish fulfillment, achievement. Some kind of property damage. Somebody could be doing some property damage. This also could be with the storm. 29. Time to take action. Ambitious change. Progress. I'm going to take one more. Yep. Extreme change. 555. Okay. Big changes. Welcome them in, but don't force them. Freedom. Adventure. Angels are helping you with material and financial needs. I love you guys. I really do. Again, if you're the person that's going through this and if you're trying to figure these things out, you're not alone. And if you're somebody that went through it like me, I'm your, like, it's the zodiac signs and thing. Again, this could be your person. We have Virgo, okay, Cancer, Libra, Scorpio, and number 6, Balance. I love you guys, and I hope whoever's going through this, they can really relax their mind and get through this, okay? It's tough. Remember, the worst, the heart, or how you say it, it gets worse before it gets better, okay? It will get better. I love you guys. Love, peace, light, heal, namaste.